I wanted to make a quick little video showing you how to use some of the online applications for making graphs and doing some statistical calculations. So here we go. I've got a little example here of a list of various speeds for different mammals. For example, the grizzly bear uh, goes about 30 miles per hour. Let's see, the elephant runs about 25 miles per hour. Let's see one that's really fast on here. The cheetah at 70 miles per hour. So I think it's a list of about 18 different mammals and their speeds. Let's say we wanted to take this information and graph it. So we have here the mammals. These are all the cases. And then the variable of interest in this case is speed. Speed happens to be a measurement variable. And so how do we take it and make a graph of it? How do we calculate things like the mean and the median and so forth? So let me show you two quick applications, and I've provided links to each of these uh, in our folder for this week. So here's a quick little demo. The first demo is one you've probably used in other classes. It's just Desmos. And the way to work with Desmos is you can actually do some statistics graphs on this. And so let's go ahead and let me close this for a second. So here's how you work on Desmos. First thing you have to do is you take the data you're interested in, you highlight it, okay, and then you want to copy it. So I'm going to hit Control C for copy. There's also, I think, a copy option within the Google Sheets format. So copy. So once you've copied your data, then you open up the app you're interested in, which in this case is Desmos. And on Desmos, you have to basically call this thing a list. And so you're going to type in L equals, and then you'll hit the squared off bracket. Looks like that. And then if you just paste, what it will do is it'll paste all the previous information that you had before. And so here you have a list. Not sure why I put those extra parentheses in there, but be that as it may. So here we go. We have a list of all the elements. And then you go in, you tell it what kind of graph you'd like to make. Well, first we'll start with a simple dot plot, DOT, PLOT, and then you have to tell it what list you want to use. And so you're going to put L, and then I'll close the parentheses right there. And I'll have to probably move this over a little bit to see. Here's a dot plot of all the data. So again, very quick and easy. You can change the scale a little bit if you want to. Let's see, let's take the y-axis. Maybe I don't need so much y-axis. Go from, let's say, negative uh, 5 to maybe positive, let's say 10. And that way I get a little more room and get a little better looking dot plot. So there you have a dot plot of the different speeds. And here you can kind of see the cheetahs way out here at 70 miles per hour. And then some of the slower mammals are down here around 11 and 12 miles per hour. So that's the dot plot. The next one you can make is what's called a histogram. Histogram. And then again, L. Now something else you can do here, it's called bin width. So I'm going to put in a bin width of 1 and let you take a look at that. And so this makes a histogram, and we often tend to align things with the left. So you'll often be typing in left on here. And so this is basically giving you a histogram. It looks very similar to the dot plot. You had some animals at 11 miles per hour, some at 12 miles per hour. You had an animal over here at 70 miles per hour. What you can do with a histogram, though, is you can group the speeds together. Maybe you want to put all the animals that go between 10 to 15 miles together, and they say 16 to 20 miles together. So you can then group them and say, let's say I want to put them in groups of 5. So I want to have everything from say 10 to 15 miles per hour here, everything from 20 to 25 miles here, 25 to 30. And if I could even make the bins even bigger if I wanted to, like bin size of 10, put them in groups of 10 miles per hour. I can make them even smaller, maybe group them in by fours, 4 mile per hour groupings. And so you can make various histograms, pretty quickly on Desmos. The last thing you can do on Desmos in terms of graphs is what's called a box plot. So box plot, and then again call up list L, and so then you get what's called a box and whiskers or a box plot. Here's the median. Here's the first and third quartile. Here you've got the minimum and the maximum. They happen to be what we call outliers. You'll learn about those more as we go along in the class. You could turn this off if you just want to make whiskers all the way out to the maximum and the minimum. So that is the box plot. Okay, so that's a quick little look at Desmos, and I encourage you to kind of try this, when you're at home or in class. It's a nice tool to take advantage of. The other tool that we want to look at is an application as part of a package of statistics apps that I'm going to be sharing with you during this semester. Um, so again, I'll put a link in the folder. But when you go to that link, it'll say describing and exploring quantitative variables. Now, it's already preloaded something on here. So what you'll want to do is you want to go up to enter data, and you want to put in your own data. Okay, so it'll kind of clear everything out. And once we go to your own, let me go ahead and copy our information again. I'm not sure I really need to do this, but copy. And then we'll see if we can open that up. Okay. And so then let's see. So I go into here. I just simply paste the information. So what it does is it pasted all the information. It kept it in a column format. And you could then start to add some features. The variable that we're measuring was speed, and speed in miles per hour. Let's see, what this will do is it'll make a histogram. So let me turn this off for a second. So here it'll make a histogram for you. And here's where you can select the bin size. This is a histogram with bin size of 10. If we want to say group things in 5 mile per hour increments, that would be a histogram of bin size 5. So very similar to what you get on Desmos. But in addition, this will also give you statistics. This will tell you what the average is, the standard deviation. With Desmos, we'd have to do a little work to create these. Here in this applet, they're given to you automatically. Let's go ahead and turn off the histogram. Let's turn on what's called box plot. Okay, and so here we have a box plot that looks very similar to the one we had with Desmos. If you want, you can make it a vertical box plot instead of a horizontal. It's a nice feature. Turn the box plot off. Then we'll turn on the dot plot, which is the standard dot plot. Another thing this will do that Desmos doesn't is this will kind of adjust the scale on the fly for you, whereas in Desmos you have to do that manually. Um, Another type of graph which we're going to be learning about, it's called the stem and the leaf. Might as well show you what that looks like. You click on stem and leaf. This is what's called a stem plot or a stem and leaf value. We'll talk more about how you actually read this and what it means. So this is that applet. Again, I'll put a link in the folder to let you play with. So it's two kind of nice, quick electronic ways um, to make the graphs on here. So hopefully this has helped out a little bit. And I guess that's about it for now. Thanks for watching.